Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you episode 54 of my brand new Comics Haul series. This is a series where each and every week when I grab the new books at my LCS, I show you guys everything I picked up and I tell you a little bit about every single issue. Let's pull this week's stack out of the bag. I ended up getting 4 issues from Marvel, 2 issues from Image, and 1 collection from Marvel. That's a stack for this week. A little bit lighter of a week compared to a few others, so I'll have some time to catch up on reading, which will be good. Let me know what you guys picked up this week down in the comment section below. But now that we've got these books out of the bag, let's get that bag out of the way. Okay, now that is all over with, let's get right into this week's stack. So we always started off with the most anticipated issue of the week. This week for me, that's going to go to Devil's Reign issue number 4 of 6. There's no big issue number 1s of new series or anything this week. It is a pretty normal week, but we do have some really exciting releases with some great creative teams. This is one of them. Devil's Reign so far I've really enjoyed. It's basically just this whole big Marvel Universe event encompassing New York, where we see Mayor Wilson Fisk, formerly the Kingpin of Crime. He's outlawed superheroes in New York City. So he's got this team of Thunderbolts that we see featured on the cover here. They're tasked with bringing down all the superheroes. We've got Rhino on the team, US Agent on the team. Dr. Octopus is sort of involved, but he's not exactly working for Kingpin. They've got a mutual agreement going on, and we've got a whole bunch of tie-in miniseries coming out. There's a tie-in I'm about to get to in a second that's also pretty exciting this week. We'll see how it progresses. I hear there's a big twist in this issue. Really well written so far, and I'm excited to see where this event goes. That's Devil's Reign issue number 4 of 6. Alright, next up from Marvel this week, like I said, we've got a Devil's Reign tie-in, and the issue I'm about to show you, I want to give my award for the best creative team of the week. That's because it's Moon Knight issue number 8. This is the original creative team on the title. We've got Alessandro Capuccio's amazing artwork. Back on the book, we had a guest artist last issue. It was a little bit of a step down, still decent, but I'm really glad that Cappuccio is coming right back after just 1 issue. Usually a lot of other artists need a longer break than that. The writing by Jed MacKay is, of course, top-notch. This series has not disappointed, I don't think, anyone yet. From what I've heard, this doesn't actually tie into the idea of the event that much. It mostly just draws from the idea that Moon Knight is in prison right now. Moon Knight, the original character, Mark Spector, was taken down with the Thunderbolts in a recent issue of Devil's Reign. There's going to be a Devil's Reign Moon Knight one-shot coming out, which is going to show his time in prison, what he experiences there. But for now, we've got this filler issue, which is focusing on Hunter's Moon. This cover is actually an homage to the cover of Moon Knight issue number 1. They're already doing homages to covers that came out half a year ago. It's kind of funny. We'll see how Moon Knight progresses. If you guys aren't getting this, you gotta pick this up. It's a really great series. That's Moon Knight issue number 8 tying into Devil's Reign. Moving on with Marvel Comics this week, let's hop on over to Spider-Man. This week I've got The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 88. This is a Point Beyond tie-in issue. So most of these tie-in issues for the Amazing Spider-Man Beyond run have actually been pretty essential. I would recommend getting all of them. This one looks like it's a little bit more of a side story. Maybe not too essential to the main run, but I still have heard some really great things about it. As you can see on the cover there by Nick Bradshaw, this says Enter the Slingers. So it's, I guess, this old, maybe team of villains that appeared way a long time ago that everyone forgot about. Now they're bringing them back in the Beyond era of Amazing Spider-Man in some sort of different way. The main character of this one-shot tie-in, though, is Hobie Brown, who we see featured in the main center of the cover there. He used to be Prowler. Some of you might be familiar with the Prowler from the Ultimate Universe, Miles Morales' uncle, but in the main 616 universe, Prowler has a whole different story. I don't know too much about his history, but now he's taking on a brand new identity, somehow working with Beyond. They've got this other section of their superhero, outreach program. Next week we'll be back to the main story, but these tie-ins have been pretty good so far. That's Amazing Spider-Man issue number 88, Point Beyond. And the final single issue that I picked up from Marvel Comics today was Avengers number 53. So, this brand new story arc that's been going on, this is the 3rd issue of it. It's called The Death Hunters. It's been a welcome change to the Avengers title, in my opinion. I was getting a little bit tired of Javier Garron's artwork on the series. He's still the main continuing artist, but we've had guest art on this new story arc by Juan Frigeri, who's been really knocking out of the park with his artwork here. This whole story arc, though, is a really big one. It's something Avengers has been leading to for a little bit. It's bringing together some different plot threads that have been teased for a while. The main idea is just that there's these multiversal masters of evil. I I think they call themselves. It's all these different villains from many different universes who are coming together to defeat the Avengers before they even exist in every single universe. So they're going back to prehistoric times and wiping out the Avengers back then. I forget why, but for some reason they're in the present day here in the 616 universe, and each issue so far of this new story arc is focused on a couple, or 2 or 3 different members of the Avengers facing off against these Death Hunters, different members of the multiversal masters of evil. That's Avengers issue number 53. Alright, and before we get into the issues that I picked up from Image Comics today, I wanted to show you guys this collection that I snagged off of the shelves. I was hoping to get this, I didn't know when it would come out. This is from Marvel Comics. It's Kang the Conqueror, Only Myself Left to Conquer, the trade paperback. I'm not putting this on the stand because it would cripple it. It's already really worn down. I need to get a new one. But this is collecting Kang the Conqueror issues 1 through 5, which came out just a few months ago. The series ended. It was this little mini-series they did kind of to promote Kang the Conqueror in the comics, since he's the new villain of the show, but I heard really good things about it. I didn't pick this up in single issues because I'm just not that actually big of a fan of Kang, but I'm warming up to him a little bit. We had that timeless one-shot by Jed MacKay that, ushered in 2022, that big Marvel one-shot that was focused on Kang. I liked that okay, and I figured I'd pick this up. He's, of course, this time-traveling villain with a bunch of different versions of himself over history. They all have meetings, and he's one of the biggest villains of Marvel right now. So thought I'd give it a try. That's Kang the Conqueror, Only Myself Left to Conquer, the trade paperback. Glad I was able to find this on the shelves. Alright, to finish off the haul this week, I wanted to show you guys a couple of issues that I picked up from Image Comics. One of them was released this week, and the other one came out last week, but I didn't want to get it because it was such a big week. Was able to this week, though. I was glad to get a copy. But the first one that did come out today was the Scorched issue number 2. So to be completely honest, number 1 really let me down. I wasn't a big fan of it. It felt kind of like it was like just an ongoing issue of an already continuing series. It wasn't very different from the Spawn ongoing that we've already got going on, and that's a criticism that a lot of people are having about all of the Spawn's universe titles right now. At this point, we've got 4 going on. The Spawn, main continuing title that's like 300 issues in, the Scorched, Gunslinger Spawn, and King Spawn. And I'm thinking in 2022 I might want to cut down on Spawn's universe a little bit. I mean, it's $3 an issue for all of these ongoings with a cardstock cover. That can kind of mess with your brain and make you feel like you're not paying anything since it's $1 less than every other comic on the market. But still, I think I might drop the Scorched if it doesn't get too much better in these next few issues. I've heard this one does improve though. This cover here by Bjorn Barons is awesome though. I want to give this issue my award for the best cover art of the week. Bjorn Barons, pretty much every time he does a cover for Spawn's universe, I give it my award for best cover. He does this really awesome like painted style. If you guys are getting all the Spawn's universe titles still, let me know down in the comment section below, or if you dropped one. I'm really curious to know which ones are your least favorite, which one's your favorite. So that's the Scorched issue number 3. Alright, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I've got one issue left from Image Comics. This came out last week. This is the official Image Timeline issue number 1. This issue is a little bit pricey, so that's why I decided to pick it up this week when it was a lighter week instead of last week. It does cost $8, but I think this is definitely a good way to learn more about Image. It's this whole timeline. I'll show you guys some of the interior pages here, and you just see all of these different titles that have been released over the years of Image Comics with these captions on the sides. It's all compiled by Jim Valentino, who is actually one of the 6 founders of Image in the 1990s. I watched this documentary that was really good. I think it was free on YouTube that explained a lot about Image, but I'm hoping to get a little more information. I want to know all of the info up to the present day. I'll be working my way through this to learn more about some of these titles I've never heard of, some of the ones I know of but I want to know more about. We'll see how it is. It looks really interesting. That's the official Image timeline. If you want to learn more about Image, this is definitely the issue to pick up. Alright then, that was every single one of the brand new issues that I picked up this week. I want to know what you guys got though. Let me know down in the comment section below. If you already read your issues that you picked up, which one was your favorite, or which was your most anticipated if you haven't read them yet. If you're new here, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down low. You can also hit the notifications bell, which is sitting right next to it. You'll be notified every single time I post a new video if you don't want to miss any. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.